Hi, welcome to Porch Time with Bill Benson. Having way too much fun on the porch so far, and some great musicians, great friends of mine, and people I admire. And this episode, I have Dean Bolt. Dean, welcome.
Thanks very much, Bill.
So you, I don't remember exactly when I first met you.
Somewhere along the way.
Somewhere along the way, we played an open mic, or we happened to be at the same venue at the same time. But so tell the folks out there, where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from West Hartford. I'm originally from the Willimantic area. I like to say that I grew up in an area where David Foster and the Mohegan All-Stars and lots of pretty well-known musicians formed garage bands, and my brothers were in them, and so you have all this great music around you, and I wasn't one of those. It had nothing to do with music.
But you are playing music today, yes, yeah. And I think that there are a lot of folks that I've met, and I'm one of them, that I had a passion for music early on. Life became life, and put it away for a while, and then kind of rediscovered it. And I'm fortunate at my age to play, because if you love it, doesn't matter whether you're playing on a stage or you're playing in your living room, and to be able to pick up your guitar and just kind of say something or feel something. We all dreamed of being rock stars. Many of us had for a long, long time, but now we've kind of come back to the fact that it's a passion and it's a love that you can do it, and fortunate that you can still do it today. So
yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I played for years in the basement and tortured the dog.
Yeah.
But and then one night I got talked into playing in front of a group of people by Stan Sullivan, and I liked it. I was deathly afraid, and it turned out I liked it.
I put the music away for a long, long time, and I remember the very first time that I went back out into public with it, that wasn't a barbecue, was a friend of mine said, there's this open mic at LaSalle Market, and why are you playing in the basement? You should be. So I remember going to that first open mic, scared to death that I was going to forget the words or whatever, but it was the beginning of the next phase of music for me. So
yeah, that's the good incubator there, because that's where I went after Stan got me up.
Yeah, it's great. So we get right into playing music. So play a song.
Okay, I'm going to play one called Moonrise Love. I'm going to start off with the most complicated song I can possibly play. So I
Excellent.
Can just
get that out of the way.
Get it out of the way. Maybe the moon will rise, and if it's right, I'll be looking in your eyes. With this moon, we could fall in love again, again and again. 'Cause it may seem so long ago we both fell. Don't you know, with this moon, we could fall in love again. And I see you in your cotton dress, swaying hips, that's what I like the best. Blue eyes sparkle, oh, you know the rest. We could fall in love again. Sometimes the moon, it wraps us in its light, and it shines on everything that's right. But I'm chasing ripples in the sea. The more I splash, the more they run from me. But you are my rock. You are my love. Today and tomorrow, my love. Again and again, ripples blend the moon into the sea. Makes a potion. It was meant to be, me for you, you for me, in love again, again and again. So I'll nod my head and I'll ask you to dance. Once again, I'll be looking for that chance to say something that makes you want to fall in love with me again and again. And I see you in your cotton dress, swaying hips, that's what I like the best. Blue eyes sparkle, oh, you know the rest. I could fall in love again. Maybe the moon will rise, and if it's right, I'll be looking in your eyes. At that moment, we could fall in love again. Again and again, in love again. Again and again and again.
Beautiful. So, who is the inspiration for that song?
That's for my wife.
Yeah.
I got together with her in '74, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
5 years of trying to convince her to tie the knot, and then been with her ever since. But that was kind of a nod to the, the fact we've been together, and it's kind of renewed over and over again.
Yeah,
and
nice,
been
beautiful.
great.
Yeah, no, I could hear that. And I say this to just about everybody on the porch, but one of the great things about having people like you on the porch for me is that regardless of where we might have met, to hear truly the song that is, that's, you're on my porch, and there's an intimacy to it that you don't always get when you're at an open mic or a show necessarily. So, I appreciate that, and it's great,
And there's nothing better than getting together with someone and trading songs.
No, I know. I know.
I was down in Florida, and I met up with a guy down there, Ron Blake hangs out with Bill Metz, and he did that every Sunday at a local hall. He'd have people in, and 6 or 7 people, we'd just go around the room and trade songs. It's a great thing to do.
Yeah. And the beauty of all of these musicians really is, I hear influences, but I can't say, who that influence is.
Correct.
But your voice is sweet and pure, and they're somewhat envious of it because I don't have that still.
Get a good voice for the stuff you play.
Well, it works. It works, but so please play another
And that
song.
that was actually my absolute weak point when I was terrible at LaSalle's. I'd get up there and my face is down and I'm just it was really, really hard to get. But I had a friend who said to me finally, "You got to just let your voice go. You got to trust it."
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that happens for a lot of people in that, you know, you do feel that you've got a weak spot, and for me, it was many years of my guitar playing was my weak spot. So I would say, well, I know I got a pretty good voice, so I'm just going to sing louder, then you won't hear my guitar.
The beauty is when you finally get at the point where they're both good.
Yeah, it's kind of balanced, you know, when they kind of balance it.
So I don't know. I got two songs: "The Cost of Love" or "Sometimes Hello is More Painful Than Goodbye." So, which do you think you want?
I like "The Cost of Love."
There we go.
The title of it sounds interesting to me.
This is about that love, that the connection you make with someone. It really is one of those things you shouldn't have done, but you just keep going at it, and you keep thinking it's going to work. But here it is, "The Cost of Love." There's a cost of love. Sometimes there's a cost of love. Think it's sent from above, but then there's a cost of love. It grips you by the collar, it drags you down the road. It takes your raw emotion and adds it to the load. Still you wanna go with love. Catch that train, it's riding on. But every time you reach the station, man, that train's gone. Cost of love. Sometimes there's a cost of love. Think it's sent from above, but then there's a cost of love. Lord help me when I'm chasing love. Lord help me when I'm going blind. I wish that love could wait for me, but love ain't always kind. And I know it can be the devil, and it's made a fool of me. But I just can't help believe it's still I need. But there's a cost of love. Sometimes there's a cost of love. Think it's sent from above, but then there's a cost of love. Some love is like a weight on me, drags me down to the cold. I hope that's just a passing thing, 'cause man, I'm feeling old. And I swear it's just round the corner, or down the road just a little way. I'll be stepping up to meet that love and hoping it will stay. But there's a cost of love. Sometimes there's a cost of love. Think it's sent from above, but then there's a cost of love. There's a cost of love.
Nice.
Thanks.
So, do you recall who might have been your most earliest influence?
Probably James Taylor. Leo Kottke a little bit, but you know, he was impossible to play. You know, I saw him one time in concert, and he's playing all 12 strings. Separately. So it's just insane. And
so
then,
I'd stop that.
And I figured James Taylor would be easier because you know, he's playing simple stuff, and then you play him, and he's really, really
he does things that
crazy.
Just you know, I simplify everything that I do of his to the point where I just sing louder.
I've learned a bunch. You know what happens with him? Once you start to get his patterns and his chord progressions, there's a lot of similarities.
Right.
You find that you play one song, that works for this other song. There's a lot of stuff he doesn't play chords. They're listed as chords, but they really aren't. Not. They're just single notes of chords.
They're single notes,
So I've made a lot of progress on his stuff. And then Bonnie Raitt, I saw her out at Shabu way back in the 70s. And I was down on the floor, and I could reach out and touch her knee, and I fell in love with her and her kind of bluesy songs. I've never been able to get to that point, you know, the ability to play blues like Tom could play blues. It's amazing. I'm just impressed.
Do you recall the first song that you wrote and you said, "Oh, this is good"? You know, I mean, we all have them, but the one that really kind of puts you over to another area of music.
I wrote a song called Ladies Blues, and I wrote it probably back in 74, 75. And I wrote it, and I couldn't play it. It was so complicated. But I stuck with it, and many years later, one of my friends had a recorder, one of these 8-track Fostex recorders. He said, we should get together. You can record some of your songs. And that's one of the ones I recorded. And I went, whoa, I actually know how to play it now. It's great. But I always thought that was a good song.
Now, do you have CDs? Do you have websites? Do you
I have Dean Bolt Music Facebook page. And then on Reverb Nation, look for Dean Bolt. If you search on Google Dean Bolt Music, it'll come up with multiple ways to get at it. Reverb Nation is nice. I think the quality there is it's all MP3s, and so it's a little bit lower on Bandcamp. They're what are they, WMAs? I forget. You know, they're better quality, but they're it charges. I actually made my first $2 on a song there.
Nice.
But
I'm
that's
still waiting.
That's it's a good place to, I guess, go listen. Reverb Nation is a place you can download for free, and there's a bunch of songs up there that.
And there's the the whole streaming world that we're in. I mean, I'm on SoundCloud, and I put stuff up on SoundCloud, Reverb Nation. You can't buy it, but it's also song ideas that if there's a response to it, then I go, all right, well, I'll continue with it. So
that's actually a good approach.
The reality is that the world is a streaming world right now, and unfortunately not buying world enough, but to be able to discover songwriters in a variety of places.
We won't be quitting our day jobs soon.
No.
But I mean, you found a way to carve a niche to be able to make a little bit of money off music, and that's a wonderful thing.
And you just kind of go, I'm just going to go for it. So we'll see.
It's a great thing. And I would love to, what I would really like, we all have our bucket list items, and I would like to have one of my songs covered. Someone like it enough to have it covered, to get it on the radio. And I think I did one song at Dirt Floor, and I'm supposed to get down there and record others, and we just seem to not hit. He's just so busy now because he's so good.
I've not ever been there, but I love the fact that he is still tape in many ways. I think he's moving to digital now, but there is something to be said for, because he's an accomplished musician himself.
He's unbelievable.
So he's got those ears with you that if you're fortunate enough to have that, it's a great combination.
The first song that we recorded down there is called "I Remember Her," and I hardly ever play it anymore because the version that came out of his out of his studio is so good. I can't
Yeah.
match it.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, it's with pedal steel. And
Yeah,
the whole
those are the
9
hard
yards.
parts. I'm recording a new CD right now, and it's called "Come a Little Closer." And what I've realized is that I am a solo artist for the most part. So my first CD was, I had guitars and flute, and I had, fiddles and everything. And it's like, this one is going to be, if you're going to come to my show, this is what you'll hear.
This is a little bit less adorned.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So time on the porch, Dean, just goes way too fast, and I want to thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
And we'll catch each other in the world. Dean Bolt. Google Dean Bolt, and you'll find music of Dean's somewhere and everywhere. So please pick a song to play us out on the porch.
Well, I'm going to change this up because we act a lot, and I was going to play this one, but I'll play it out.
All right.
This is called Lift Us With Your Wings. Some folks walk this earth to lift us with their wings, take us where we need to go, then they go do other things. 'Cause when their job is done, they just float away with pink and orange skies to light their way. So as you leave us, as you move out of view, that's how we see you. You're off to start anew. How I'd like to see you for another day, 'cause you always made us smile, but we knew you had to go away. 'Cause there are other plans, other places you must be.